Back now, a Sunday House Call. You know, when your child is sick, you try to do whatever you can to help. And that means for parents reaching for those cough and cold medicines. After all, that's what moms are for. But a new report shows that 40% of parents are giving their children unnecessary medications. Dr. Siegel, does it turn out that we're over-medicating our kids at home?
There's no question about that. C.S. Mott Children's Hospital, University of Michigan, has been doing surveys on this. 2011, they found that 60% of us parents were giving our kids unnecessary cold medications when they're infants. Now it's down to 40%, but I'm still concerned about it, Eric. I mean, have you tried taking your kid and propping them up at night? Have you tried clearing their sinuses with salt solution? You know, colds are common and they can last 5 to 7 days, but these treatments don't actually decrease the duration of the cold. Instead, you're given antihistamines, you're given acetaminophen, you're given decongestants. You can make the kid drowsy, you can increase the heart rate of the infant, you can even cause seizures. Now that's very rare, and I don't want to scare anyone out there, but I do not think over-the-counter medications like this, which have active chemicals, should be given to infants without a physician being involved.
But you know, they're children's doses, and you look at the doses, and that seems to be fine. So what do you do? How do you know if too much is too much, or you're conflicting between different types?
You're not a doctor, and you don't know, and every patient is different, every infant is different. And I say go consult with your doctor.
I remember we learned, you know, give aspirin, but then give like Advil or Tylenol. I mean, swap it up. Dr. Samadi, were we doing the right thing?
Well, the question is, first of all, is it safe? And also, does it work? And most pediatricians will tell you that this doesn't even work. So what you're doing is, the history of this comes from 2000 when FDA looked into this, and they have about 54 deaths among kids because it causes death, it causes seizure, it causes heart rate to go up. It has a lot of phenylephrine that can stimulate the kids. So I learned this. I didn't know myself. You know, 2 years and under I knew, but I didn't know that 4 years or under. And FDA actually has put in labels. If you look at the drugs, in front of it says children's medication. In the back says don't use it for children younger than 4-year-olds. So you got to be careful.
People don't read those labels.
It's one of the reasons why we're doing this. And I think one of the reasons for this is because the trachea, which is the windpipe in kids, it's narrow. If they have their nose blocked by all the mucus and you give these medications, they can go to sleep and they can have a lot of, problems. So you got to be careful.
Are there potential long-term problems as well?
Yes, absolutely. But on the short term, David is making a great point here because kids have underdeveloped ears compared to grown-ups or their throats, and things can get very clogged. The Consumer Healthcare Products Association is saying the same thing. Under 4, do not give these medications. Long term, what if a child has an underlying tendency to have a rapid heart rate and you're giving them a decongestant which is stimulating them? It may affect behavior, it may affect development.
Most importantly, talk to your pediatrician. There's nothing to be scared, but just talk to a pediatrician because over the counter it's not always a good thing.
Try to read that little writing. I know it's hard, all that little writing, but that's a great point on that. Thank you.